Hi everybody, it's Allison Haikila, and I am really excited to have a new video for you tonight featuring the latest Sparkle Blends release from Doodles Paper Playground. So I'm going to hang out here for a second and we can wait for somebody to show up. People should be coming any minute now, and then we can get started. Happy World Card Making Day! I haven't gotten to make any cards today because I was doing family stuff, which was a lot of fun. So maybe after this video is done, I'll get to make something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I see Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. So tonight, again, we're going to talk about the latest Sparkle Blends from Doodles Paper Playground. And once again, Amber has knocked it out of the park. She made an amazing mix of sequins and micro beads and all sorts of fantastic stuff. So I know that you guys are really going to like everything. Nice bunch of like really Christmassy holiday kind of blends, and then some others that are just really fun. And you can use them all for all sorts of different things, not just holiday. So I think that maybe we're going to get started. I'm going to turn my camera around and I'm going to hook you up onto my little stand and then we'll get started. Okay, let me just get this in place. Bear with me a moment. Kelly is making some Christmas cards. She's stamping some stuff out. That's awesome. Let's see what I can do about this glare. Always with a glare. All right. Let's try this. I'm sorry about that one. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but we're going to just get going. Okay, so once again, this is from the beading section of Michael's, the jewelry making section. This is what I store all of my sparkle blends in. It's fantastic. I'm actually on my third because I have accumulated a lot of sparkle blends in the last few months. So I'm pretty stoked that I'm on my third, but I'm going to need to find a home for them soon, because right now I keep them near my desk and they're not necessarily in the best spot, but they're kind of just easy access. But I'm gonna need like a rack or something. I know that some people use a really large rectangular container. You can get them on Amazon, and they have like a flip top lid, and they look cool, but the openings seem to be really small. And one of the things that I like about the openings here is that they're huge. So I can really just go in there and just kind of play around and see, you know, exactly what it is that I want to use. And, you know, even digging in with my finger and I can get things. Whereas the other ones that I've seen people use, they're nice and compact, but it's a little harder to kind of fish around. You kind of have to dump everything out. So I really like this for myself. So this might work for you too. And they're pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $9, and of course I used a coupon on it, so this is great, you know, and you can see everything, and I have them all labeled, which is nice and easy to do. So let's jump in. I see that there's a bunch of people here. Hi Kay, thanks for joining us. Yeah, a spice rack would definitely work. Hi Annie, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I would say that a spice rack would work really nicely, but you don't want to have something that's super huge. You don't want to use a huge jar of them. Let's see. This is a full-size pack here. If you've seen Amber's pouches, hold on. I might have one. This is a mini. Hold on. So this is what they come in, these pouches here. And then this is a full size in this. So they fit really nicely in here. You don't want to use anything that's going to be much bigger than this, because then you're going to be fishing around and it's going to be a little harder to get to your stuff if it's like really deep. So these I find are perfect. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start with the new release, and then I'm going to backtrack a little bit and show you some of the original mixes that Amber had come out with back in, I think, January. This was before I was on the team, so I didn't have those before when I had done this video before, so I figured I would show those to you later. So I've got them all in one little container, so it's nice and easy. So let's jump in. Okay, hi Fawn. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm going to move this over to the side a little bit. Okay, so the first one is called Boughs of Holly. This is really pretty. And it's really perfect for all of your... Hey, Aunt Max. How's my friend doing? Both of those containers are carried at Joann's. Oh, that's good to know. Awesome. The Joann's that's by me is really tiny. They don't have a whole lot of stuff there. So I have always gone to Michael's. And if I can't find something at Michael's, I do go to Joann's. But okay, so this is Boughs of Holly. And I think that this is a spectacular collection because the reds are super vibrant and the greens are super vibrant. See, look at how bright this red is here. I think it's so beautiful. And I love that Amber has used a lot of the glitter sequence in this mix as well. And check this guy out here. It's got like little stripes and dots on it. Really unique. And then you've got a couple of these flowers that are really beautiful. So there's a red one, there's a green one. And then I'm going to just pick this up because it's massive. Look at the size of this holly. This holly leaf. Isn't that pretty? So it's got these holes on here. So if you're like, I don't know if I want those holes on both sides, you can easily take, let me get my jewel picker. See if this works. I think I need to restick this guy. But you see how this one here doesn't have a hole? You can put that right on top and make like a cluster of them. And you've got like a fantastic little setup all on its own. Like you don't even need to necessarily stamp anything besides a sentiment. I have not tried this yet, but I'm just thinking out, thinking as I talk to you guys, and I think that that would be really cool. So you can see all of these little stars in here. This one's really pretty too because it's like opalescent. Beautiful mix, and this is like a great way to kick off like your card making for the holidays because it's like the perfect holiday mix. I mean, what else can I say about it besides that, So guys, I was trying to find like a beading tray, like those triangular beading trays. Have you seen those? A lot of people use them for like glitter and sequins and stuff. Needless to say, Michael's doesn't have it. Joann's doesn't have it, at least the one that I frequent. And so I'm using a baby food container lid because, that's what I have. And for some reason, my room always has a lot of static. I don't know why. Callie loves this one. Fawn says this is one of her favorites. It's one of my favorites too. And I don't necessarily do like traditional holiday colors very often, but it's just gorgeous. Look, you can even see the little guys that kind of fell to the bottom. Oh, so pretty. Okay, this baby is Candy Cane. And this is just super sweet. Pun intended. All right, so let's get a close-up. Take a look. Look at the itty-bitty candy canes. Isn't that so cute? And then you've got some little silver beads. More of that luscious glitter sequence that I'm so excited about. And then lots of opalescent. Yep, this is another favorite for sure. Lots of opalescent sequence in here too. I keep making a shadow with my hand. How's that? Is that better? That's better. Okay. Always a work in progress. Look at these pretty beads. I love this. You know what would be really cool if you have have you guys seen those new dies from, I want to say it's Altenew. Somebody has dies that they're like a cover plate die and they're stripes. What if you use that and then you put your acetate behind it, okay? So now you've made your shaker using this cover die and then filled it with this. Wouldn't that be cool? Or if you have one of those stripe stamps or a plaid stamp, you can make a plaid stamp by using, your stripe stamp and turning it sideways after you inked it up one time. And then you can throw some of these guys behind it. I'm not making myself very clear right now. Okay, say you have a stripe stamp or a plaid stamp and you use acetate with StazOn ink. That would look really cool because then you could have it behind the plaid and that would just be super fun, I think. I don't have a stripe stamp or a plaid stamp or even one of those cover dies, so you're going to have to just do it for me and show me what it looks like. Okay, this one I am bonkers about. And you might be like, well, Al, it's just browns. It's not just browns. It's golds and creams. This is Gingerbread Man. And there's holographic sparkles in here. And then, of course, there are itty bitty gingerbread men. Oh my gosh. I made a cool card with this the other day. I'll be showing you in a couple minutes. Look at this one. Do you see how that has all of those colors on it? It's so holographic. Reverse Confetti has a cover die like that. Yep. Yes, they do. You're right. Thank you. I really couldn't remember. I love these opalescent it kind of looks like a champagne diamond. You see that? Look at how sparkly it is. And I love all of the cream. And again, you got those gorgeous glitter sequins in here, which I think they're fantastic. I love all of the sizes. One of the things that I really like about, hi Kathy, thanks for coming. One of the things I really love about Amber's sparkle blends is that she has such a range of sizes. So you've got this big guy here. I'm going to pull that out. See the size of that? It's huge. But then, in the same mix, you have something that's really small, like this little cream-colored one, which is great because it allows your sequins and shakers to move a lot more because you've got all of these different sizes. And it just gives your card so much interest. So this is a really, really beautiful mix. And you do not have to use this just for the holidays. This is a great one to use, like if you love the But First coffee mix, this is a great companion to that. This has a little bit more cream in it, and it's got some of these rose gold colors. I think that this one is going to be used a lot. And just remember that once these guys sell out, they're not made again. She does limited batches on all of them. And once they're gone, they're gone. So if you are falling in love with any of these, then you need to get on that pretty quickly. Can somebody put up the link for White Rose Crafts, please? That would be really helpful because you can get all of the sparkle blends only at White Rose Crafts. So, Antonia says, love all the holiday blends, but Gingerbread Man is tops. Yes, I really love it. Okay, so this one is called Bells Are Ringing, and I had the pleasure of actually naming this one. Amber was kind of going back and forth. She wanted it to be holiday-esque, but also with the opportunity for it to be a little bit more wedding. So that's why I kind of came up with Bells Are Ringing. So you can see here, see these pretty little bells? Thank you, Fawn. I appreciate it. You need a new stabbing tool. Yeah, this is great. I've had this for years. This is really cool. Look at this one here. This big opalescent one here. They're ginormous. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate the link. We've got stars. So, and if you find that, like, I'm not using this for Christmas and I'm not using it for a wedding, I don't really need the bells, just take them out. You don't need to use them. This blend is gorgeous in and of itself. You don't have to have the bells in there. You don't have to have the stars in there. You can pick through and, use whatever bits you'd like. But this is going to be a great one because it's neutral enough, but it has a ton of sparkle. I'm just obsessing over these glitter sequins. They're just fantastic. And look at these little stars. Aren't they sweet? And I like these too. So pretty. Okay. Hey, this cap is working out pretty well. Of course, as I say that, I'm dropping them all over the place. That's all right. That's why we've got paper under here, so that I can tap them all in afterwards, right? Yes, Annie, that would be perfect for New Year's. Okay. Chronicles of Narnia. You are speaking my language. Chronicles of Narnia is one of my favorite book series, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely. Love, love, love that movie. Okay. This one, I know for the Designing Divas on the Sparkle Blends team, is a favorite. This one is called Vixen. You guys. Okay, so you know how much I love the Unicorn Sparkle Blend, right? This guy is right up there. Hold on, let me move some of these reindeer out of the way. Oh, I love it so much. The colors on this, like, seriously, this is what my hair looks like sometimes. Does this not look like my hair, Kelly? Not right now, because right now it's kind of just teal. But sometimes it looks like this. Look at all of these glorious colors. You've got lime green, you've got turquoise, you've got a deeper blue, you've got lavender, you've got purple, you've got just the clear iridescent, you've got glitter, rhinestones, oh my goodness. And then you've got these reindeer. Yeah, Kay, it's gorgeous. Kelly, I agree with you. Bells Are Ringing is going to mix really well with other blends too. So again, this is another case where it's like, I'm not going to use that reindeer for this particular card. Just pull them out. They're easy enough to get to. You can pull them out. But man, if you do use like the reindeer on a non-traditionally colored card, it's going to look amazing. I love these guys without the holes. I just use them on a card that I'll be showcasing some White Rose Crafts products with in a couple of weeks. So these are really cool. I love those. But isn't it a dynamic blend? Look, there's even some red in there, and it totally works. I think it's gorgeous. Seriously, love this one. This is like, if Unicorn sells out, which it might have, I'm not really sure, this is the one you got to get, because those colors are just amazing. Ooh, Kay says that this would be nice with her December subscription kit. I can't wait to see that. That'll be fun. All right, we've got two more, and then I'll go on to the older stuff. If anybody has any questions, please give a shout. Oh, and if you're watching this live, then there will be a little bit of a contest. Somebody is going to win, I think, 2 mini sizes of Amber's Choice. So keep on commenting if you're here, and then you'll be entered to win. Okay. So here we go. This one is Frozen. Oh, we got to get this part in here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so you've got gorgeous snowflakes, right? Icy blues, bright whites. I'm in love with these holographic kind of silvery blue ones. But look at this teeny hat. See it? That's like a little Fimo piece. And then you've got a teeny snowman. Blue snowflakes. More of that glorious glitter. Isn't that pretty? So guys, what are your favorites so far? What are you thinking? I'm telling you, I have a hard time deciding. Vixen is really exciting to me. You know, Frozen is super pretty. It's great for winter cards. It's great for January birthday cards. Hint, hint, I'm a January baby. Even February or March, this would be appropriate for birthday cards. I think Kay's birthday is in January too, if memory serves correctly. So what do you guys like best so far? Can you choose? It's really hard to choose. You know, Amber asks us sometimes what our favorite is, and I really have a hard time deciding. Frozen is Kelly's favorite. Yep, it's really pretty. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is only available in the October subscription kit from White Rose Crafts. Kay, can you let me know if that's still available? I would imagine that it is, but if it's not, just let me know and then I'll stop showing this. So again, this is an exclusive. You can only get this, first of all, you can only get these through White Rose Crafts. But this particular blend, which is called Harvest Joy, you can only get if you're getting the subscription from Kay. Look at this leaf. Look at the texture on that. Isn't that so pretty? And there's a couple of them in here. And they're huge. I mean, talk about a focal point. I love them. And what's really cool is that there's even these little, they're like wooden. Antonius is a January baby too. Awesome. These little wooden stars. Talk about a crazy cool mix. Look, there's little Fimo leaves in here. Oh, Kay says we're down to single digits on that October kit. So if you like this, then you have to get that kit. See, there's more of these without the holes, which are really fun. You got some tiny leaves in addition to these big ones. Kelly's birthday is in December. Yes, you are. This would be, the Frozen one would be good for Kelly and her birthday. Aren't these great colors? They're fun. I love that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the older ones. Again, these came out, I think, in January. There was no team at that point, and I did not have these when I joined, so I'm going to show them to you now. Look at the rainbow. Isn't that exciting? And can I just say, again, it's making me crazy that these are like different sizes. I can't even handle it. My label maker is really old, and it's kind of difficult to work. So it's making me bonkers that they're different sized fonts. But one of these days I'm going to get a new labeler, and I'll relabel everything because I can't take it. Okay, so this one is called Roses Are Red. Okay. Again, lots of Fimo bits in here. There's pretty flowers, hearts. I love these stars. Yes, it did have a candy look to that last one, right? I agree. This one here, look at this flower. Isn't that pretty? It's got some blue in there. I love that. These are really nice, true red. They're very cherry. They're not super pinky. There's little hints of gold and orange in some of the opalescent ones, and I really like how this one looks. Sometimes I have a hard time finding, prior to being on this team, I had a hard time finding like true red stuff, just in general. Usually they're very pinky or they're very orange. This set is really, it's a good red. Yeah, it's a pretty one, right, Annie? Annie is new to the team, just like Kelly. We're so happy to have them. If you guys haven't checked out the blog hop yet, please make sure that you do that, because they have some fantastic projects to share with you. This one is called Aren't You Glad? Look at this butterfly. Isn't that sweet? Can you see it in there? It's fluttering around. We've got some more stars, and we've got some flowers in here. A nice range of oranges. It's not just one shade. You got some brights, you've got some darker ones, you've got some translucent ones. There's beads and gems. Lots of rainbows. Rainbows for everything, right? Yes, these are still available. I'm only showing you blends that are still available. Okay. Next we have Well Yellow There. Little play on words. I am not a yellow gal. I'm not really into citrusy colors typically, but these yellows are so buttery and pretty. I don't even need to touch it with my little pokey thing. You could just see all of the stuff that's in there, and it's just really pretty. I like that there are metallics mixed with more flat colors, but they still have a reflective quality. And then, of course, you've got the gems. You guys know I love the gems. Remember, when you're making shakers with these gems, you want to double or triple up your foam if you're using foam tape to allow them to be able to move, and so that they're not pushing too much against your acetate. So just make sure you make your shaker a little thicker when you're working with the gems. If you don't want it to be super thick, then you can just pull them out nice and easily. Yeah, they do look like buttercups. You're right, Kay. All right, the next one that we have here, I had shown this one to you guys in the last video, but I'm going to show it again since we're doing a rainbow. This is Green with Envy. And again, these are all still available. Kelly has to go shopping. I hear ya. I love these flowers. These are super dimensional. Let's see if I can pick it up with my little pokey thing. See that? Super dimensional. I love that. I will sometimes put, I'll glue this one down, and then I'll glue a smaller guy inside of it, and I think that looks really nice. You can even put one of the gems inside. This is another one that has a lot of female flowers, and it's got stars. Stars always make me happy, so I think that this is a really pretty blend too. Fawn says she has a hard time finding things that are yellow. Yeah, you know, I have a hard time finding things that are primary in nature. Like just your basic true red, true yellow, true green. It's just hard to find that stuff. You know, I think back to way back when Basic Gray was still around, and they had the Color Me Silly collection. I don't know if you guys remember that paper collection. That was always one of my favorite collections because it were bright, bold, true colors without it being very preschool. And these colors and these blends make me think of that because they're nice, bright, true colors, And it's just really hard to find them. People are so into using like the muted tones or pastels. It's hard to find the right, true blue or true yellow. And I think that these blends are a good answer to that. So this one is called Blue Over You, and it has a lot of the true blues in it, but it also has some turquoise, it has some teal, little Fimo flowers and leaves, a lot of little micro beads. The green blend is perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Yep, they are. Totally. I agree with you, Annie. I love the stars. They're nice and big. They help move things around inside the shakers, as do the beads. So that's Blue Over You. Right? Isn't that a nice one? I think it's really nice. Okay. Then we're up to purple. This one is called Lilac Luster. This was not one of the originals. The original purple has sold out, so I'm showing you one that is still available. And this is great because it really is, it's the perfect name, Lilac Luster, because it is lustrous. You can see all of the opalescent things in here. See that gem? That's that champagne diamond again. We've got nice deep grapes and then some paler lavenders. A couple of hearts in here. There's some stars. I've used this one a number of times and I think it's really pretty. I like these hearts here because they're holographic. Very pretty. So if you like purple and you like iridescent, that's definitely a good one for you. Okay. Then we have, this is not true rainbow. It's not like a straight single color. This is a mix, but I wanted to throw it in before I got to the pink because it's a nice bridge between purple and pink. This is called Love Potion. And you've got lots of true reds, you've got pinks, magentas, some big silver hearts in there. Can you see that? Some holographic. You've got red gems, there's micro beads. Again, those really pretty cupped flowers that I like so much. That was in like Green with Envy. This is a pink version. But even though it's pink, it still has a ton of colors in it because it's opalescent. Oh, that's nice, Kelly. That Blue Over You was one of the ones that you had first gotten. It's a really pretty one. I miss Basic Gray also. I heard that they're just doing fabric design now. I don't know. I haven't checked it out. I still have some Basic Gray paper, though, in my stash. And I love it. And I try not to use it because I just like to look at it and enjoy how it looks without cutting into it. Okay. So again, that's Love Potion. Okay. Last one. Oh, no. Not last one. I've got a couple more to show you. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys. This one is called Pretty in Pink. My daughter really likes this one. She's into the girly colors sometimes, although she likes black and silver and stuff too. So you've got this really pretty, this reminds me of Gem. Who remembers the cartoon Gem? This like clear pink holographic kind of sequence. I think those are super cool because they're not just clear, they have that pink neon quality to them. And then you've got this that's very neon, but it's opaque. Love that. And then some more flowers, lots and lots of shine, lots of opalescence. Little micro beads, there's stars. Doesn't this look like a sparkle blend that Gem would have liked back in the 80s? I think so. It's totally fun. This is like perfect for unicorn cards and all sorts of very girly birthday cards, things like that. Okay. I gotta say, my little baby food jar container lid is working out pretty well. Okay, next is All That Glitters. Look at this. This is... I gotta pull these out. You gotta see how big these are. Look at these butterflies, guys. They're huge. There are some really big pieces in here. Like, I could wear these for earrings. Look at that. You know the guy that animated this show, Antonius. That's awesome. You still have a Gem DVD and cassette. I have He-Man and She-Ra, but I don't have Gem. Look at the size of that. Isn't that cool? I love that. Talk about glittery. You got some browns in here, which is nice. It breaks up all of the gold. You've got a little bit of the cream, a little opalescence, but the sizes. I have to show you that butterfly that I pulled out. Look, there's stars. Look at this butterfly. That is beautiful. Like, you can just have a few of these flitting up the side of a card with a sentiment, and you're done. You don't need anything else because look at all of those colors. It's beautiful. Okay. So that is all that glitters. There's also some little beads in there. You can see them. Right? Okay. This is the last. This is the last one. You guys totally into these? They would be good earrings for me. Yep. I know that butterfly is great, right? This is called Silver Lining. I'm not making too much of a mess tonight, guys. You should be proud of me. Oh, I dropped a gold one in there from before. Hold on. Okay. This is called Silver Lining. And it's got lots of silver, but what I really like about this is the black. I like that the black breaks up all of the silver. Just like in the All That Glitters collection, the brown is breaking up the gold. That's what this does in here. So you've got just straight silver ones, and then you've got these pretty holographic ones that have all of the beautiful colors. You've got some stars. Okay, that's a great idea. If you bend the butterfly wings up and adhere the body with a sticky dot, somebody's going to have to try that. It might need to be me. I love that idea. So this is Silver Lining. Really pretty. Okay. So now I'm going to move this all out of the way. I didn't make too much of a mess. That's pretty good. I'll have to clean this up a little bit better later. I figured I'd show you guys a couple of cards that use the various sparkle blends. I even wrote down what's in what. Okay, first, my girl Kelly made this one for me. Isn't it cute? That is a heck of a shaker. I love the size of this shaker. So this has But First Coffee and Belief in Yourself. So she combined 2 sparkle blends in here. Kelly, if I'm wrong and there's a third, please let me know. But I think it's just 2. Isn't that sweet? You're a hoot. Thank you, Kelly. I love this one. Okay, next, I just made this one. If you've been to my blog this past week, you will have seen this one. This has Gingerbread Man in it. You could use But First Coffee. You could use whatever you like. But I thought that this was so cute. I love to try to make my shakers out of different things. I don't want to just have an oval that's a shaker all the time. I like doing it that way, but I like to look at the stamps that I have and figure out which of them I can turn into a shaker. So again, this one is with Gingerbread Man, and I used a couple of snowflakes from Snow Cool also. Yes, Kay, I do. I owned a scrapbooking store years ago, and I do know how hard it is to stay in business while you want everything. Believe me, I do. You could just ask my husband. Okay, so this one, I used the Wreath Builder from Gina K, along with the Autumn Wreath Builder stamp set. And for the flowers, I used, what do I have here? Flower Power, which are these little guys here. And then Snow Cool and Majestic. So that's what I've got around here. So you can just pick apart your sparkle blend and use whatever works for whatever you're doing. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to end this off, and I think that these colors really worked well. And I adhere all of these. You can see that they're staying really nicely. I adhere them all with On Point glue from Imagine. Okay. Next, another non-shaker. But, you know, it's good to think about the fact that you don't have to use these for shakers all the time. Especially if you start to run low on a certain blend, just use them one at a time. I made this for my husband, and this guy uses Crown Jewels, Oh Baby, and Fairy Dust. You can just pull out whatever colors work. I tend to pick out my sequins last unless I'm doing a shaker. If I know I'm doing a shaker, I'll pick out the sequins maybe first or second. But otherwise, I just do my coloring, then I pick out papers, and then I pick out my sequins. And at this point, honestly, I've accumulated so many different colors that I don't really have to worry about coordinating with something. But if you have a couple of the ones that have the most variation of color, Birthday Bash, Crown Jewels, Fairy Dust is great because it's got a ton of these clear opalescent ones, then you're pretty much set. You'll have something that's going to match any card that you're going to make. This I made a while back. This has Shooting Star in it. This kitty is from Hero Arts. I used some fireworks spray from Imagine, some Amplify spray from Imagine, just to give it some more texture and shine. But all of these things that you see in here is all from Shooting Star. Pretty, right? I think so. This one I made for my husband a while ago too. He really likes shakers. He does. He gets very excited when I make a shaker card. This has Birthday Bash in it. You can see the balloons in here. Crown Jewels would be another one that would work really well with this because it's got a lot of your primary colors in there. It just doesn't have the balloons. It doesn't have so many of the opalescent things, but Crown Jewels is another option that you can use for something like this. Isn't that fun? Okay, I made this card for my son for the first day of school. I have no idea where my daughter's is. She hid it with the rest of the cards that I've made for her. She kind of takes them and runs like a little golem and keeps them in a box somewhere, and I can't find them. For this one, I used a combination of things. I used Fiery Sunset, Limonade, and But First Coffee. Again, I colored the owls first, then I picked out my papers, and then I chose sparkle blends to go with it. That's a fun one. And I like to put pattern paper behind them because even if everything falls to the bottom, you still have something interesting to look at. And I know that sometimes people will glue some sequins to their background just to, make sure that something is always happening. But I just like to use the paper. I think that that's good enough. This one, now if you've been watching any of my lives, you might have seen me do this background with Distress Oxides. So that's going back, I don't know, a month and a half or so. And I needed to use it. So there was a blog hop with Stampendous and scrapbook adhesives by 3L. So I used their 3D foam embellishment kit for this. Some fireworks sprays for the wings. And then to top everything off and bring it all together, I used Fairy Dust sequins. And that really completed the card for me. It wasn't quite right until I had those sparkle blends on there. And really, that's what I've been doing with a lot of my cards lately. It's like something just is missing. I don't know what it is. I need to figure it out. So I just pop open my sparkle blends and I can pretty much figure out what it is that I need right away. Sparkle blends are always the answer, guys. So I think that that's it for me tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I will be picking a random lucky commenter to win a couple of mini packs of sparkle blends. And I hope to be back really soon with another video. It's been a while. I had a cold. I had no voice. It was bad. But I think that I might be doing some embossing soon on a live video, and we'll see what else. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to message me. I'd love to know what you'd like to see me make. But for now, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye!